Hello, this is Justin Corcoran with Phosphor Games Studio, and I'm going to walk you through a tech demo for 8BitDeath, our AAA digital title. 8-bit is still pre-production, so very important note. We don't consider this even prototype quality. It's a demo so that you can see all the tech from our November 2010 teaser trailer is working in-game, in Unreal, and progressing. So characters, world, mission objectives, level sizes, effects, audio, animations, player states, characters using what abilities, all of this is placeholder. We've put in an entirely temporary level select screen to demonstrate that all the levels and features we're showing you are in fact running together in the build, and to get from level to level in the demo without console commands. Now this map will help convey the adventure and the journey to the player as they go through the world. Let's start with our Gunplay map to see some bread and butter gunplay as well as some AI squad tech all working together in our base world. Here we are in our base real world where most of the game will take place. You spawn in with your 3 AI squad companions and rush into this little tech demo battle against different waves of different types of enemies. We have melee working for the player and the AI, ranged attacks, and basic AI logic for both the enemies and for your squad. Please keep in mind this is not representational of what the actual mission objectives will be like. The size of the real maps will be much larger, and we'll have puzzles and other things to break up the gameplay. Characters, world, animations, effects, audio, everything is all placeholder. All of the character abilities you saw in the teaser are working in-game. For example, the ninja just uses invisibility. Here, the wizard character is using her wizard bolt. The wizard bolt is an example of the contrast we're trying to draw between the high-res characters and environments and the pixelated 8-bit effects, like the bolt, enemies shattering into coins. Now here, the wizard is using mind control to try and take over an enemy and turn him against his comrades. If you remember from the front-end screen, you could select 2 players. We actually have local split screen 2-player working, and the second player takes over the character in the squad instead of them being AI. The ship goal, of course, was to allow from 1 to 4 players, local or online, with the squad AI making up for whatever characters are not player controlled. This allows for some really cool ability interactions, like right here the wizard is holding down this boss with push, so the warrior can attack from the high ground. Here is the first of our bit worlds prototyped. Bit worlds are located on the map to help you get around particular challenges and harken back to classic 8-bit era gaming with our post-retro twist. This Mario or Zelda style world draws a nice contrast with the modern AAA character model and allows all sorts of fun retro gamerisms like the skeletons and the floating boxes in space. Now at ship, of course, all those boxes are going to contain power-ups, treasure, gold, points, stuff like that. So here you can see that our warrior is switching between using his guns, using his melee bat weapon, and using his push ability to throw around some skeletons. And of course, your girlfriend is in another castle. Here is another of our bit worlds, and this time with a Tronish SciFi Bet. We're having a lot of fun in this level with reversing physics, randomizing the movement of those platforms, and really making the visual space on the horizon disorienting and busy. This type of content is extremely easy for us to create and helps give a lot of variety to the gameplay. Now the Barbarian just turned on his Tronish tough skin ability to reflect bullets. It's important to note that the Barbarian character is particularly rough and we are completely overhauling him. Here we are back in our normal world with our placeholder wizard to demo some of our physics abilities. Right now she's using the push ability to knock around all sorts of in-game objects, which react with real physics. Next we're going to see the Dust Devil version of our Pixel Storm that travels a lot farther than the push. Notice on this next shot that the Dust Devil keeps traveling in the distance and causes all sorts of fun explosions and mayhem. And finally, our big physics bomb, the full-powered Pixel Storm. The player can actually steer the storm around, sweeping up the street and targeting whatever they want. Here we have one more tech demo bit world. This time our ninja is going to brave the lava and take out some skeletons using his melee abilities. You can see the rough teleport skill is also working here. Now, we are still working on this ability. Eventually we'll have a much smoother camera and possibly some lock-on gameplay. And finally, no 8-bit game would be complete without epic boss fights. So here's a classic big stationary boss shooting at you in a scripted pattern while you're looking for openings and weak spots. Now this is another cool old versus new gaming juxtaposition where the player can go into cover, use blind fire, aiming shots, all the hallmarks of modern gunplay versus an old school boss. The crab fight attacks, behaviors, the location, all of this is just mock-up proof of concept. It'll all be cleaned up and much more clearly messaged to the player by release. We hope you enjoyed our tech demo. Again, all this content and designs is all placeholder, but you can see the foundation for the future game. This has been Justin Corcoran with Phosphor Games Studio. Thank you for listening.